There's no shortage of Elden Ring info as we ease into the network test that begins today. We got another one of those slideshows posted on the official Elden Ring Twitter account. A lot of this has been shown off before, especially in the gameplay preview streamed the other day. The first picture is all about jumping on Spiritsprings while on your mount. There's not a whole lot to say here. You jump using your mighty agile steed and get sent flying into the air thanks to the immense windy force of the Spiritsspring. It's kind of like a dark fantasy version of a jump pad. As an added bonus, you won't take any fall damage when landing, even if you're on the precipice of entering the cosmos above. This just makes sense. Anyway, why the hell would you want to use these Spiritsprings if they just end up hurting you? The second image focuses on skills. These refer to the specific abilities of each weapon you'll be able to wield. You'll be able to mix and match these skills between weapons this time around, and there's supposed to be roughly 100 of them. How's that for player choice and freedom, huh? Pretty damn neat. Skills consume focus points when used, and in addition to finding new skills while exploring the massive map, according to the Elden Ring wiki, some will actually be purchasable. Speaking of the map, that's a nice segue leading up to picture number 3, which tells us everything we already know about how the map behaves from the gameplay preview. It's got the standard functions of marker placement, letting you bookmark areas of personal significance, as well as throwing down beacons that seem to basically be the same as markers in function, but actually appear as columns of light in the in-game world, so you'll be able to keep track of where you're going without opening up the map hundreds of times on the way to your destination. Map expansion is accomplished by finding more map fragments at steals during your journey. Now what the hell are steals? Steals are, for those of us that don't speak high fantasy, slabs of rock or another material similar to a monolith, I would say. And these steals are often carved or decorated in some way, with text or imagery. I honestly thought these fragments were going to be harder to come by, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I guess the map is quite important, to be fair. It'd be quite frustrating being in the situation of needing a map fragment, but the area that it's in is treacherous beyond belief. And finally, we come to informative JPEG number 4, titled Sorceries and Incantations. If you're at a site of grace, kicking back with a carton of apple juice alongside your wife, Melina, you'll be able to select the Memorize Spell menu option, allowing you to choose which of the many incantations or sorceries you'd like to have on hand for the battles to come. This tweet clarifies that in order to actually cast sorceries, which by the way, just sounds so much more grandiose than spells, doesn't it? So to cast sorceries, you need a staff. Simple. Very simple. Makes sense. Disappointed that a grey beard isn't a requirement either. There's a requirement for using incantations as well, namely a sacred seal, and focus points are consumed upon the casting of either one of these magics. And that's about it for now. Just a few more tidbits of lands between knowledge shared by yours truly. If you got into the network test, feel free to brag like a son of a bitch in the comments. I truly would love to see that. And until next time, I'm gonna go groove tonight and maybe even share the spice of life.